Citizens, friends, family, and foe. Welcome to another episode of Starcraft 2. I am Novacore. This is my second video. I was happy with the first one. I hope you guys were happy with it too. So I decided to make a second. I'm definitely learning something from it, from my shoddy experience and gameplay, and I hope you guys can take out what I'm doing and not do it in yours. This was my, again, another match I didn't play in my placement. Thank God. You'll see why in a moment. It's terrible. I play terrible, just to ruin the ending for you. It's my first Terran v Protos game, as you can see here. I've not played the Protos before. Well, not after this match, anyway. So, let's see how it goes. As you see here, I'm sending down a scout early to see what he's doing. And I had an idea with this scout. You'll see what I was doing with that scout in a minute. Also here, he does exactly the same thing. As you can see, he pops up a pylon, and then he sends this scout here down to check out what I'm doing too. We have a little crossover on the eye. I sent my guy down to grab the eye. I don't know what I was doing. I guess I just moved to see what was going on, and he just drives his dude straight past. Now, I don't think he cared. He probably obviously did see me, but I don't think it mattered. He knew that I was coming, and by seeing me, he knew that I was going for an early expansion, which is what I was planning on doing with this SCII. Here already I'm building a barracks, which is a stupid thing to do. I guess I'll tell you why at the end, but it's an incredibly dumb thing to do, to build a barracks straight away. I've got nothing else, and I'm already throwing up a refinery too, which I guess is okay, but the barracks is definitely a no-no. I will let you know why in a minute. He didn't build a block or anything, so obviously he couldn't do it that early, but I've moved my guy straight into his base. He is popping up a forge and slamming probes out of his nexus. Just wanted to see what was going on, I guess. Nothing much. Nothing much at all. Another interesting thing he does here is he moves a guy. Now, I missed him because I obviously had my eye on that SCB. He moves a probe into my base to see what's going on, and then he hides him up in this corner. Now, if you go to my view here, I can't see that area. It's totally black to me. If I was doing anything, I didn't see him go in. He hides in the corner. He obviously knows the corner is there. I finally decided to pop up a supply depot now. Still can't see what he's doing. He obviously is building a pylon. You'd figure he was going to be building something in here. He never actually does. He just sits there with the pylon and leaves his guy there. My SCV, however, is just sitting here doing nothing, which is awesome. I mean, more SCVs should sit around doing nothing. You feel kind of bad for them sometimes, always working and gathering minerals and such. So I thought I'd give him a break, which wasn't a smart thing to do. Building my third supply depot here, thinking, yes, I haven't gotten to my base yet, I'm totally fine, I've blocked it off, they're not going to get in. And there's a guy sitting right here with his pylon ready to do whatever he wants, and I had no idea. Finally decided to start setting up a second barracks. I'm building pretty much nothing out of the first one, as you can see, because I'm capped. I was capped. I finally built another supply depot, but finally, I decided to send out another marine. As you can see, my choke didn't work because my SCV just got straight around it. Awesome! Probably best to figure out that before you just throw them up anywhere. I go for an engineering bay, which is another ridiculous idea. I don't know why I did that early. I should have just been pumping out ground infantry. I'm screwed here. He has built a pylon directly in front of my choke point. Why? Well, Protos have a very, very special ability. You'll see why in a second. Yeah, he got me really good, and I had nothing I could do about it. He was attacking his pylon here, I don't know why. He obviously put it in the wrong spot, so he's attacking it, trying to move it. He was just having fun. Just letting my SCV have a bit of a holiday down here too. Figure, you know, let's just let him sit for a while. To be honest, I forgot about him for about 5 minutes. I mean, I can see him on the map down there. It's this red dot, I know he's there. Completely forgot about him. Don't know why. Moronic. And I'm not pumping SCVs out of my command center. That's a horrible, horrible mistake. You should hotkey your command center people straight away, and you should be just pumping the letter S constantly. You need to keep getting SCVs out, because as you can see, I'm only on 85 minerals. I need more than that, and I can get it a lot quicker if I was constantly pumping out SCVs, which I decided not to do. Getting a few great inventory out now. I only have, if we go to our units tab here, I've only got 1 Marauder and 4 Marines, which is definitely not enough, and for this reason, he's building a photon cannon directly in front of my choke. Now, if I had seen that earlier, probably could have gotten someone out there and taken the pylon down. I don't know why I didn't. It was a ridiculous thing to do. I built a bunker here, which was just ridiculous, and I built a sensory tower here. Now I finally see his pylon. I move my guys in to take it out. I don't know what he was doing with that. It really made no difference to him. And as we can see down here, egads, I finally decided to build a barracks after about 7 minutes of gameplay, which was just ridiculous. I don't know why I left it that late. I'm going to speed the game up here a little bit, move my infantry back, and here, as you can see, he's building 2 full photon cannons. I can't get down this ramp. There's no way I'm even leaving the base. He's completely locked me in, and I'm screwed. But I'm not screwed for this reason. If you can look back at his base, which we haven't checked in a while, he's well ahead of me here. He's got a Forge of Cybernetics core, and he's pumping out 2 Stargates. He's also got nearly more than double my gatherers. He's slamming out probes constantly. I am not. And you'll see what he's doing with these Stargates in a minute. It's a fundamental mistake I made on this map. I really wasn't to know. I know from now on, and it's definitely something you guys should know. I'll tell you when we get to it. I'm not doing anything here. God, I'm pumping out a Marine every so often. And as you can see down here, God, I moved the barracks up onto the hill and I never actually dropped it. This was just the most ridiculous thing I think I've ever done in this game so far. I don't know why I did this, but I did. It was just stupid. Incredibly, incredibly stupid. Look at our units now, and as you can see, down here he's built a Void Ray. It's up there. And he's pumping out more. He's got one coming from that Stargate and another coming from that one. You'll see what he's about to do with him in a minute. It's something, obviously, like I said, to do with this map. Here, I've decided to build a missile turret on this side of the map for some reason, and not this side of the map. Basically, if we look at this map here, my base is here, and there's a direct flight path straight over to his base. He knows what he's doing. He's got 3 up, and if you see here, he's already starting to move them. I've built a missile turret on the wrong side of my base, and if we speed up a little bit, he now decides to move his Void Rays directly into my base. I've got nothing to stop them here. If we look directly here, I have nothing here. I've built I've built a missile turret over here for some reason, thinking he was going to go in from the front, not knowing that he came directly in from the back. Goes straight to my command center, seeing that I've got a bit of infantry, so he decides to run me around. Managed to get one of them down, but it is most definitely too late. While he's annihilating my base, finally decided to land my barracks, which is totally useless because I'm not doing anything with it, never did. And he is absolutely destroying me. He focuses mostly on my ground marines because he's the only thing that can take him out. I decided to set up a missile turret here, just because aesthetically it looks good. But he pretty much wipes me out right here, takes out most of my ground infantry. In fact, he takes all my ground infantry. I tried to set up another missile turret, he quickly takes care of that, and the game ends. Now, what can we learn from this game? A lot. We can learn a lot from this match. Let's start with the most ridiculous things that I did. First of all being this. Seriously, if you're going to do an early rush, you need to do it. I moved my SCV down there, and like I said earlier, it stood there for 7 minutes before I decided to do anything. You instantly, if you're going to do an early rush, you don't need to worry about anything around here. Don't even worry about a freaking choke, for God's sake. Just build the barracks, build the tech lab, start getting Reapers out and start pushing them into the base. I could have taken him easily. He had no ground infantry whatsoever. He had a bunch of Void Rays, and he wouldn't have had them out. He only pulled them out about 10 minutes into the match. So, if I had have gotten my guys out really early, I actually could have taken this match out quite easily. He only had a Cybernetics core and a Forge and a Gateway, so he could only pump out one after the other, and he had, of course, 2 Stargates, which he didn't have later on in the match. The second thing, which was a stupid thing to do, is the bunker. Don't build it. If you're planning on actually playing a defensive game, do, but I never put anything in it, so this bunker did nothing. It was a waste of resources, and of course so was the sensor tower. I knew that his pylon was there, and I knew that the photon cannons were there. I should have gone down and gotten rid of that pylon straight away. I didn't, because I didn't have any guys out. The next mistake I made, and a big one, which I said at the start, is I built a barracks straight away. Now, the reason why I said this was bad is because I was capped at 11. I couldn't build anything out of the barracks. I had no supply depots up, and I built a barracks first. Now, what's the point in building a barracks when you can't actually build anything out of it? I needed a supply depot down. Once I had that, I'd have space to start popping out marines, and I would have had more ground infantry out earlier. But I built a barracks, and I built a refinery at exactly the same time. Wrong thing to do. You should absolutely build a supply depot first before anything else, so you can start pumping out infantry no matter what you're doing on any map. The next thing I did wrong, which was a mistake on this map, is not defending the cliff here. Now, I knew his base was over there, and it's just a short flight over with a couple of void rays, and he won the game. If I had have put at least 2 missile turrets up just here, at least I could have deterred him from coming in so quickly and taking out, he went straight for my command center. And of course, if I had have done that earlier supply depot build, I would have had more marines, which means I could have actually gotten rid of those void rays quite easily. It was a terrible game by me, to be honest. I definitely learned from this. But the main thing to come out with this guys, is build a supply depot straight away. First thing you could possibly do is pump out a supply depot, and then get your barracks up. Definitely do it on the choke point as well if you are planning on doing a not a longish match. If you're doing an early rush, definitely focus on this, which I didn't do. But obviously build it here. Block the choke block. I didn't. I left a gap because I'm amazing. But yeah, that's definitely the first and the most basics of the game. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the match. I am Novacore, and I hope to see you in episode 3. See you later.